You're now tuned into the most censored morning show in the realm, Rise and Grind.
Friends pretend that you don't know that I would be a fool again. Make a move, search for something to say. Leave it up to you again. Libertines line till you away. Leave it up to you again. I won't be a lasherade, never more than you could take. Happens now, lasts forever, need you now, more than ever. In your arms, so far away, I feel better, I feel safe. Turn around, leave together, you be my operator. All the ways she knows to play along, I wouldn't leave it all again. Attention's all she wants, I swear to God, that I wouldn't leave it all again. I won't be a lasherade, never more than you could take. Happens now, lasts forever, need you now, more than ever. In your arms, so far away, I feel better, I feel safe. Turn around, live together, you be my operator. I won't be a lasherade, never more than you could take. Happens now, lasts forever, need you now, more than ever. In your arms, so far away, I feel better, I feel safe. Turn around, live together, you be my operator. I won't be a lasherade, never more than you could take. Happens now, lasts forever, need you now, more than ever. In your arms, so far away, I feel better, I feel safe. Turn around, live together, you be my operator.
Good morning, everybody. Rise and shine. It's Thursday, September 22nd, and the time is now 6:10 a.m. in the Central Standard Time. Thank you for tuning in. I am Ronnie James Shine, and we are here live today. Let's get into some of the content. We've got some stuff planned. We're going to go through some memes. We're going to go through some tweets and tabs and links, and we're going to talk about what's going on in the realm right now. We'll try to do it with a calm, easy-paced attitude today. I don't know how you've been doing, but I'm really looking forward to the Harvest Festival month, which is October. I'm really looking forward to that. But today we've got so much to share, but we're not in a rush. We're always here. We're just going to take our time. Hopefully everybody's had a good week and you're ready for your weekend. This one says, today and every day, I give thanks to everyone who has been a part of my life's journey. Giving gratitude, continue to always be thankful and appreciate everything that you have, all the trials and tribulations and everything that you've gone through. is something that we should do every single morning. Start our day with gratitude and thankfulness for all the people that have been a part of our journey. Good or bad, they were all important, okay? Each and every one of us and every one of you. This one's beautiful. It says, you were born with potential. You were born with goodness and trust. You were born with the idea. You were born with ideas and dreams. You were born with greatness. You were born with wings. You are not meant for crawling, so don't crawl anymore. You have the wings. Learn to use them and fly. This next one is good. It says, the future is not something we're going to enter. The future is something that we are creating each and every day. Every word, every action, every thought that you have forms the future. So be mindful of what you're thinking about, okay? Form the right future with me. Come on. Just a quick reminder. It says here, I am in charge of my own happiness. I will not let anything outside of myself control me. I will continue to vibrate on a high frequency and remove all toxic people from my life. I am creating a life that's blissful on the inside, which will convert into experiences that are blissful on the outside. Good morning, everybody. This one says, no one can know you the way you do. Therefore, never let what others say be above what you know to be your true self. Continue to strive. You should be your strongest critic, right? You should be the hardest on you. You need to push you. You don't need other people to be the ones that are constantly pushing you. We need to get up. We need to strive. We need to continue to push forward from our own selves, right? Not what other people say or think. Only what you matters at the end of the day truly matters. Only what you think. Good morning, everybody. Happy are they, it says, who have kept the word with a generous heart and yield a harvest through perseverance. If you don't have to persevere through anything, you're not learning anything. You're not going anywhere. Struggle is important. Trials and tribulations, that's the reasons why we're here, okay? It's to go through these trials and tribulations, but if you can keep a generous heart and love others, you will yield a huge harvest in the end, which is next month. Harvest month, if anyone doesn't know. It's harvest month next month. This one here says, make sure everybody's in your boat is rowing and not drilling holes when you're not looking at them. Know your circle. Keep it tight, keep it small, keep it with people that encourage you. It's very important. Stop drilling holes in other people's boats too. Start plugging them with love. This one says, the body becomes what food is. The spirit becomes what thoughts are. So, what are you thinking? Are you thinking good thoughts? Are you using your mind to create beautiful things in the reality? Or are you thinking bad thoughts? Be in control of your thoughts because they are the reality's food. Right? So we've got a good music collection today. We've got some rock songs. I went with a lighter bass theme today. There is one song that's a little more upbeat. But most of the songs are just easy going for today. We don't always want to smash out rave music and all that. I like the easy listening music too. So let's get into this first song break. I'll see you guys after this. the only morning show. It's not sponsored. And that was the new one, Over Me, by Soft Wax. I thought that was a good psychedelic rock tune to get us started. This morning, I don't always, like I said, want to play rave music. Again, it's Thursday, September 22nd. The time is now 6:19 a.m. in the Central Standard Time. Let's look at some of this here news. First one we've got coming in here, very interesting. Did you know that Henry Ford actually built and designed a car made out of hemp in 1941? Yes, it's true. Look at this.
Amongst the thousands of products made from hemp, one of the most extraordinary is Henry Ford's plastic car. Built in 1941, it contained cellulose fibers derived from hemp, sisal, and wheat straw. The plastic was lighter than steel, yet could withstand 10 times the impact.
You hear that?
Without denting.
It says it was lighter than steel and could survive 10 times the impact without denting.
Made from hemp.
Can you guys believe that? In the 40s. Okay, we're talking about 1940. It's crazy how much stuff that they've hidden. All the technology, all the stuff that was good, everything that we could use for our future, boom, they hide it. They take it down, they censor it, they shut it off. But at least we can still find evidence of it and try to bring it back up. The song is a little too drifty. We're not trying to go into outer space right now. We're looking at the news. Thank you for tuning in again. Let's get into some more of this here news. Let's check this new one. It says, get ready. Get your popcorn on. It says here in less than 24 hours, the People's Queen, ladies and gentlemen, is alive, they're saying. Look, they're saying that this here is Princess Diana. Now, I don't know. Could be a look-alike. We don't know. But that's what this is saying. This is supposedly Princess Diana still alive. That doesn't look right. Well, that's the next link. We can't go to that one. But yes, this is important too, this message. The real pandemic in our world today is that. 100%. If only more people could fight back. But yeah, starting it off with Diana. This one says, wait until people find out hospitals, patients over the entire country with ventilators to collect, $48,000 per patient. Coming in a very interesting tweet here. Did you know that the new king, he's got a weird kippa on. I don't know what this one is, Marima. This one's a bit different. Looks more like a Shriner's cap. He also celebrates Muslim festivals too, right? So we can see what's going on with this here new king. King of the earth. That's what they say. I am mortified by this guy. We're just documenting some of the evidence of what he is. Did you know about the 5 perfect, quote, red heifers, end quote, that arrived in Israel from Texas? Why couldn't they just breed these there? Why did they take these heifers from Texas? This is terror alarm ringing, going off. Is constantly monitoring the new updates of the red heifer and the third temple, and is in direct contact with the religious authorities. We will release the information as soon as we get the final confirmation or nail in their coffin from the Temple Mount. So, to do their so-called ritual, which have been done away with. There's no more rituals. You're not supposed to do any rituals, okay? They're done. They got 5 perfectly spotless, perfect red-colored heifers, and they've imported them from Comanche, Texas, which is a few hours north of me and Jason here. And I find it really interesting. Why didn't they grow these cows breed them in Israel? Why did they fly them in from Texas? But we are seeing the preparing movements of the third temple, which is the temple for the Antichrist. Okay, so we're just keeping that updated as we move along here. This one says 6 million perch offerings, bird's eye view of Greater Austin lands in a buyer. So look at this. If you have $6 million, you can buy this here loft and you can overlook Austin. Check this out. So this is what you get when you cuck out to the New World Order and you follow all the secret societies. You save all this money. This is your apartment. You can live in the top of a building. You can have this view. Look at that horizon. That is flat. Who knew, right? It's like we were talking yesterday, me and Aaron at work on one of our breaks. I said to him, after the truth about the flat earth got out, all these rich guys, they instantaneously went up in planes. They instantly got planes. It's not that hard to take a plane ride, okay? If you got money, okay? They went up in a plane. The first thing that you see is, oh no, you're like, it's flat. You could take a level and a ruler, anything you want, bring it up with you on the plane. All these rich guys did it. I still remember because I was ahead of them. Not like that matters. There was guys ahead of me too that were teaching it. But when you get up in the air, oh no, there's no curve. It's flat. No matter how high you go, if you have a straight edge with you and you hold it against the horizon, it's always perfectly flat. But if you have $6 million, you can see that for yourself at the top of this here building that they're selling. I don't think it looks good at all. I wouldn't spend $6 million on this. Come on. No way. I would never do it. It's a decent looking kitchen though. I don't mind that. Even though the black and the white have been occulted by the Freemasons, unfortunately, but they can't have the colors. Okay? They can't have them. Yeah, this is what 6 mil gets you. That's a nice big bed. I don't mind that. Roll over a couple times. I like that. It's not bad. But $6 million for this view? Concrete jungle? Asphalt garden? I don't think so. I just thought I'd show that. So this is what your top New World Order agent gets. Cuck of Azazel. You get these apartments with these weird-ass geometry art things hanging from the ceiling. You know, I want gardens and beauty. I don't want this nonsense. $6 million. $6 million dollars. Did this person exist? It's a good supposition that this person is asking. It's interesting how they did this for the late queen. Face morph. I'm pretty sure it existed. She's just morphing. We're going to get more into the stories about the queen and this and that when we get back into the memes after the news section here. But yeah, I thought that was an interesting little face etiquette. Now, excuse me, this might be the most important tweet of the day. If we zoom in here on this Kabbalah witchcraft tree, up here we get Baal worship, however you want to pronounce it, Baal earth worship, human sacrifice, and look at that. We get the beginning of the Kabbalah tree. We get the Canaanites, the descendants of Cain, the first murderer. Killed his brother so he could kidnap and marry his own twin sister. That's what Cain hath done. We got pharaohs, Babylon, Roman Empire, Judea, which was the southern region of Israel. It was just the south part. We got the Vatican right here. If you don't know, excuse me, who's in control of the Freemasons and the Jays? These people here control the Jays. If you don't know, now you know. The Knights Templar, Khazars, the Masons, Jesuits, Illuminati, and yes, at the bottom here it says USA. So this is a very important Kabbalah tree to look at. And there's lots of other stuff. Here, let me put this in the chat just in case any of you want to learn more. I can do that. It's very important that we keep up with who's who and what they're doing. The Karnak priest. Tell me, you know what we're missing here? We're missing the Druids. Okay, the Druids need to be put on this thing here too. But we're going to get to that in another day. That's not for today. This next tweet says, stick to net zero target, says Big Business. So they're still aiming to kill everybody here. So it says net zero carbon means no you, no me, no cows, right? Oh, some of this stuff is just crazy, you guys. Breaking! Putin is declaring partial mobilization. The decree has been signed. Here he goes in his Russian.
считаю необходимым поддержать.
He's saying, above all, those who served in the armed forces have certain military specialities and relevant experience.
Речь,
Will be subject to conscription.
то есть призыв
So, what are they going to do?
будут подлежать.
Stop your Russian. What they might do is blow off a bunch of hydrogen bombs all around the coast of North America. It could happen on the 23rd or the 24th. And we're watching. And they're going to blame it on Putin, who himself is a tiny hat wearing Kabbalist. Grew up in a building full of Kabbalists. Full of them. He says, how can I not be a Kabbalist? I grew up with Kabbalists, right? Don't get it twisted. It says here, Canada to scrap border vaccine mandate and make ArriveCan optional. What is going on? Excuse me, let me get the sleep out of my eyes here. Good morning, everybody. I gotta wake up for this one. Big stretches. So everybody, all of the mandates, all of the supposed cerveza bug things are being rolled back. No, they're saying there's not a... What did Biden say? There's no more pandemic anymore? Canada's now saying that they're going to scrap the border Jabola mandates. What are they doing? Something is coming. They're not going to just do all this and just let it go away. Nah, there's something bigger coming. And we're watching. It seems like this is the precursor to what could be something much, much worse. Oh, and this nonsense. Sorry, I couldn't find the words to say. Him singing. He's the worst actor, worst singer. He just looks like a nunce. I'm not even going to play it. Moving on. Do you guys know what's going on in Tehran? You know, Tehran has 12 million people that live there. They are super pissed. They are super pissed in Tehran. Super pissed. People are rioting, freaking out. So what happened was they arrested a woman due to a hijab or face covering issue. She had her face uncovered, which is crazy. I can't believe these men are that jealous. Make their women cover their faces all the time. It's crazy. But she was arrested and she died while she was detained. So there's massive riots going on in Tehran, if you haven't heard. Wanted to bring that to your attention. Craziness. This one, I'm going to put this one in the chat. If you got time, you might want to read this whole thing. But do you know who Napoleon Bonaparte is? It says here, Napoleon Bonaparte was the first political Zionist who proclaimed for all Jays to settle back in Jerusalem. Zionism actually is really about world domination. I'm not going to read this whole thing. I got a couple highlighted spots. This one says the use of chemicals to manipulate the body and mind is what alchemy really is. What they really do is engineer diseases and add them into jabolas that are intended to prevent the so-called diseases that they are creating. How about that? Is there one more highlighted spot? Also, look at this. If you didn't know, Prince is an agent of the same family that's behind Napoleon Bonaparte. And he actually faked its death, they're saying here, and has been hiding out on islands doing bad stuff. I've heard that he might also be in Costa Rica. Isn't that interesting? Prince also added to the list of so-called death fakers. Now, I don't know if they get to go to islands. They might. I know they have lots of islands that we're not allowed to go to. But they could be there. They could be in the West. But there could be so many places where they put these crisis actors. But if you didn't know, Napoleon was actually world domination for the supposed state of Israel. Right, which is against the scriptures. If you read the scriptures, they were scattered to the four corners of the earth, and they won't be called back until Yahawahashai himself calls them back. And that's not happening right now unless you've heard the Creator echoing throughout the earth like rolling thunder. Oh, I got to turn the background music down for this one. Breaking. It says here, NASA lander captures the sound of meteorites hitting the surface of Mars for the first time. Are you guys ready for this? Turn your sounds up. Get ready. Here we go. You're going to hear what Mars sounds like. Wow. Oh. What was that? Oh, these people. That's what it sounds like on Mars, apparently. Oh, my Lord. What is going on with this world? Are there people believing in this nonsense? 26,000 likes for that. Are you guys kidding? You want to hear it one more time? Oh, man. No, go figure. There's sounds of waters and bubbles on Mars, huh? Everything what NASA does is in a pool. It says here, new utility rates. If you don't know about Pflugerville, Texas, it's going into effect. They're going to crank the prices on energy and water. They've run out of water in this town. There's a bunch of towns running out of water, which is also biblical to point out here. We're keeping a watch on this. Just wanted to point this out. Oh, I got to turn the music down again. Now, I really don't like playing this cuck. I've known Jeff Burswick for a long time. He's the dollar vigilante. He's the Bitcoin agent. He's actually a swindler who's ripped people off for millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars in the last 10 years. Millions of dollars this guy's swindled. He's gone bankrupt and taken everybody with him multiple times. Now he lives in Mexico. He does his videos. He uploads them. He tells some truth. His dog's name is Lucifer, and Bitcoin is just the mark of the you-know-what. All that is, right? It's got the chains attached to it. I don't want anything attached to any blockchains. I don't want my money digital. No, Jeff, you're not going to fool me with your stupid Luciferian things. But he does talk about truth. So look at this. The Vatican, which we've been talking about, shockingly, no. But they did bring all their money back to the Vatican. They've taken it back, all their assets, all their money. They've moved it back in. He's talking about the Shemitah cycle, right? Nah, Jeff, this is a Jubilee, which is way more than a Shemitah, bro. I don't know if he's going to talk about that. He's just talking about the 7-year cycle. The Jubilee is a 50-year cycle that we're into. Everybody heard it in the beginning of the summer. The Queen's Jubilee, this and that, right? They were forecasting this. But let's hear what Jeff has to say.
Every 7 years, on the exact end day of the Shemitah, which is the exact end day of basically the Jewish year every 7 years, there's usually a major market collapse, and it's actually usually on the exact day. This is a Shemitah year, and it actually ends on September 26th, which is a Monday. So I've definitely said to keep your eyes on that date. But when I saw this, I was like, what? It's a German politician.
Dieser 24. September 2022 wird uns allen als ein Tag im Gedächtnis bleiben.
He's saying, dear colleagues, this 24th of September will be a day in our memories. Is a day we will say, where were we on that day, is what he just said.
And even more interesting, on top of the German politicians saying September 24th is going to be like a day that everyone on earth will remember, the Vatican has told all of its people that whatever funds they have across the world, to send them all back to the Vatican by September 30th, which is like 4 days after the end of the Shemitah. And of course, when they tell people this, you know, you don't just wire billions of dollars on like September 29th when the Pope told you to have it back there by the 30th, right? You probably do it.
I mean, Jeff, they put out the notice in August. In August. They already pulled their money back before September even began.
A few days before. And they
That's nonsense.
probably mentioned that to them.
You know what? I could stop it here. We got enough from this cucked out shill. Swindler, satanic piece of I won't even say it. But anybody, I want to point out to you, if you see anybody talking truth and they're constantly touting dogs and dog pictures and videos with their dogs, and they're creating this, what it is actually one of the highest level mind control tactics. They play upon your innocence when they use animals, especially dogs. This guy is an absolute satanic witch, a thief. Stay away from anything that this guy is selling and take the truth that he speaks and hold fast to that. That's all I have to say about Jeff. Yeah, looking more here. We got September 24th we're talking about, the day that German guy said no one's going to forget where they were on that day. Looks like in Kansas here, it says September 24th, volunteers needed as actors for full-scale exercise. You all know what this means. We've seen this. They did this for, I can't even say it, for many of what they've pulled off. I don't want to get taken down right now, but this is what they do. They put out a crawl. We need 50 volunteers to act as persons injured from a natural, quote, disaster or a wildfire. Victims will be given an injury card, and first responders will triage and sort the victims for response training. This is what they do. They run simulations, they film them, and then they go live and say that it's real. But we're watching it. We're keeping a close eye on this. So South Africa may reduce power cuts to lower level by Thursday. So they're even taking the power off in Africa? What is going on? These poor South Africans. I bet you they're happy that Elon's gone, though. Moving on. Elon's family grew up selling rubies that they got to dig out of the ground. Swindlers, too. In the past 4 days, it says the White House has issued a statement on technical possibilities for a U.S. central digital bank currency. The ECB asked Amazon to develop also the digital euro. India announced a phased implementation of, yes, the digital rupee. It's coming. It's coming. It's going to be followed by a great destruction that it looks like we're going to have this weekend. 404. Sorry, Ronnie Shine. This article does not exist anymore. We have removed it due to the fact that it was truth. Have a good day, they say. Moving on. This technique is called optogenetics. That's a hard one. That manipulates neurons using light. So this is how they use the TV and all the different programming to control your mind, right? You have to be aware of it and put up a guard with anything that you let through your eyes. Be careful what content you put into your soul. Please choose it wisely. This one says President Biden on Florida Governor Ron DeSantis sending migrants to the president's vacation hometown of Rehoboth Beach in Delaware. I don't know why anybody would want to live in Delaware. He said at the end of this quote, it's a beautiful place. He said here, beautiful shoreline. You can't really hear him, but it's a beautiful shoreline, says Biden. I bet. Fed set to reveal pain coming in next stage of inflation. What is really going on? What are the Fed really talking about here? You know, they print the effing money. These people print it. Why pay taxes when they can just simply print the money? And the last tweet tab article of the morning, will self-driving cars on our roads ever be a reality? Some experts are becoming all too much skeptical.
The problem with truly autonomous vehicles is that robot drivers are just not as quick as human drivers in assessing situations and making decisions as they drive. It's very difficult for machines to view the world that we do and assess, see what's happening, see what's coming, and make decisions. We're now several years beyond where the likes of Tesla or Cruise were promising that they'd have driverless robo-taxis operating in large numbers on the roads. Investors have put serious money into this, and these autonomous vehicle companies have yet to deliver. So the problem for them now is that it's getting harder and harder to raise more money from people who've already paid an awful lot to make this happen. And this is going to cause problems for some of the autonomous vehicle companies. Those with deep pockets or with big backers are likely to continue, but there's an open question as to the survival of some of the smaller players in the long term if they can't raise more money.
Well, I mean, great points that he added here. Great points. One thing to mention is they print the money. Money is not real. Money is only real to us that are peasants, that are slaves. The people that own everything, they can just print the money. They got credit cards that just unlimited. They can buy anything they want. So yes, okay, the next song is a little more upbeat. The rest of them are still going to be nice, easy rollers. But the next one I really, really like. This has been one of the best new, it kind of reminds me of Jimmy World and a bunch of other bands mixed together. It's called Long Shot by Slowly Slowly. Let's get into that. And I will see you guys after this break. Turn it up. I know it's so early. It's now 6:43 a.m. in the Central Standard Time. That's 7:43 for the most beautiful people online in the East Coast. And I'll see you guys after this song break.
It's always on time, bloodshot eyes, another shot caller call in the dead of the night. We like drinks on five with that zombie vibe, another steamrolled vibe with a smile on line. You gotta stay real cute, stay in view. lightning strike in the dead of the night. We like bottled up lies, bedroom eyes, another train wreck site. You're just my type. Let's make a deal and sleep forever. We'll just flip the world round. A dream can be reality while we just shut the rest down. It's a long shot, hey, but what can you do? I need a way out. Yes, that I'm banking on you. It's a long shot, but it's all I got. It's a long shot. I tell you I'm fine, but fuck my life. I got that dead eye shine down that light. Keep chasing lights. Saturday night, another night. Can't find one more line. If you're banking on a long shot, then we're on the same page. Let's change plans, let's change bodies. I think I wanna do this. It's a long shot, hey, but what can you do? I need a way out. Yes, that I'm banking on you. It's a long shot, but it's all I got. It's a long shot, but it's all I got. It's a long shot. It's like anyone could take the place here for me. If anyone has noticed, they'll just forget next week. It's a long shot, hey, but what can you do? I need a way out. Yes, that I'm banking on you. It's a long shot, hey, but what can you do? I need a way out. Yes, it's all on you. It's a long shot, but it's all I got. It's a long shot, but it's all I got.
Long shot. Slowly coming in for the brand new song. Oh, that made me so happy. You guys have no idea. I really enjoy the new music. I don't just like rave music, okay? I actually like rock and roll. I used to love Jimmy Eat World. We even have some songs later in the week. Maybe we'll play Death Cab for Cutie is back again making new songs. But that one, oh, I absolutely love that. Thank you, Slowly. All the kids at skate parks or on their bikes and whatever, don't worry. I'm going to continue to try to find the best music to get you and your families just rocking. That's the job here. The job isn't just about truth. I want to bring you music that moves your souls too, okay? That's my goal here and always has been. But I actually need the realm to work with me. I'm not creating these songs. We just find them, our team. But let's get back into this here. It says, there's nothing like a jolly good disaster to get people to start doing something. Quote, the King Charles, huh? Wow, okay. What's going on with Disaster Talk? September 24th. Are you ready? Do you have extra water? Because that's really all you need, some water and maybe some like rice or something. I don't know. You don't need a lot, okay? Trust me. But there is something crazy being forecasted. We got Charles's quote there, something, everybody needs some disaster. We got September 24th being talked about a lot. The next catastrophe after that one, they're saying is going to be some kind of an asteroid. Well, in the scriptures, there's two spots that it says that a mountain is going to fall from the sky and hit the ocean. And another one that says that there's other disaster. The stars are falling. The sky is going to fall to the ground, okay? And yes, the spheres are the luminaries that you see up there, right? They're not that big. They're smaller than the earth. Okay, don't worry. We're going to get through this. Just keep your arms and heads up. But The Economist talking about this, and it's funny here on the top of The Economist, it says, Israel's annexation misjudgment. Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. They're going to say that it's misjudgment. It's funny what the tiny hats try to do here. Let's continue on. This one says, you must be always willing to truly consider evidence that actually contradicts your beliefs and admit that possibly that you might have been wrong. Intelligence isn't knowing everything. It's the ability to challenge everything you think you know. It's true. This one is the most important of the morning. This is the main thing that I wanted to talk about today. Everything else is just fluff around this here point. Dr. Herbert Shelton wrote an entire article titled Influenza in 1944. He goes on to state, physicians and patients rarely release how much the treatment is responsible for increased and prolonged suffering and death. Physicians are unaware of their fallacies to quote, eat plenty of nourishing food to keep up your strength, end quote. Delirium, spasms, peritonitis, pneumonia, pleurisy, heart trouble, sleeping sickness, etc. are listed among the complications of influenza. These develop in those who are fed, right? You understand this? Fed and medicated, drugged. Whether the condition is a severe cold, influenza, or pneumonia, the first thing is to stop eating. Stop eating when you get sick, it says. This doctor, he did a good study back in the day. He says absolutely no food. But yes, lots of water. This is what should be allowed until the acute symptoms have subsided. No drug of any kind should be resorted to. Going to bed and resting, keeping warm. He says rest, fast, warmth. These are the needs. Have plenty of fresh air in your room. Under these conditions, you may lie in bed and get well, it says, in a short time with no complications and no sequels. You hearing this guy? He's right. It says here, you don't need treatment, right? The fever, inflammation, coughing, etc. constitute the healing process. What we've been taught by the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds is that when you get sick, you're sick. No, you're going through a detox healing process. Your nose runs because it's clearing out the stuff that your body doesn't want. Just get out of their way. It says get out of nature's way, right? And permit them to complete their work. Don't try to aid nature. It says she doesn't need your puny aid. She only asks that you cease interfering. Why weren't we taught this in school? Why don't all doctors? Oh, they swore an oath to the Hippocratical thing, right? Yeah, that's why. Because they swore an oath to make money. Doctors they didn't become doctors to heal people. They became doctors to have a big house and a country home and 10 girlfriends, whatever the lusts of their hearts are, whether it be a man or a woman. They are absolutely not healing anybody. When we get sick, when we get a fever, when we get a cough, it's our body healing. That's it. Okay, it's a natural thing that was designed into us. And anytime we try to stuff medicine down our throats and we take this and we take that, all we're doing is making it worse. Okay, good morning, everybody. Stop taking medicines. If you get sick, don't eat, right? Get into bed. Have a fan on in your room blowing fresh air with the window open. Fresh air. And rest and water. That's it. That's it. That's all that this guy was saying is what's needed. And your body is going to do the rest of the work. Moving on here, it says here, we make you pay for the water you drink, which is crazy. We live in a water realm. It's mostly water. We make you pay for the food you eat, for the wars that we want to do, for the crimes that we commit. We make you dedicate the most important part of your life to us, but we give you wages and tell you, hey, they allow you to buy stuff and pay for your needs to make what? Us even richer. And they go ahead and they call this freedom. This is all going to burn, right? Listen, spending time with your family and your loved ones. If you're a single dad, you got your kid there, spend your precious time with them. We do have to do the work thing. We do. But do it wisely. Work on things that are good for society. Don't be a scam artist or these types of things. If you're a man, learn to work with your hands. It's never too late. Maybe you were a salesman. Maybe you did all this and that before the cerveza bug. It's time you get back to working with your hands, building things. That's what we were made to do. Tending gardens. I'm a gardener. I want to garden. I want to do gardening only, but I can't. Right now I got to build things. Today we're going to be doing some drywall rock ceilings, which is going to be fun. I've been taking a break. This is the first time in 3.5 years that I've rested. I stopped going to the gym. I took a break, okay? And I miss it. I got to tell you guys, it's interesting how fast we can feel swollen or overweight when we just stop doing. But if I was to prolong this, if I stopped going to the gym and stopped doing physical labor for a long time, yes, I'm going to get super overweight. But I'm headed back to the gym. I'm going to work harder. I'm going to continue to move forward. And I know that it's probably hard for you guys on the other side of the screen. Our own selves sometimes are our biggest enemies. We let our own thoughts decide who we are and what really matters. And I want to let you know that that's not who you are. You are the best parts of you. You are the best days. Your worst days only built you up to become your best days. I got to stop ranting. Let's keep going here. The 4 fabrics you never want to put on your body. Start looking at the labels when you're buying clothes. Please. Please, please. And don't put any of this on your babies. Rayon, nylon, acrylic, and polyester. And I don't really want to talk about what happens when you put these things on. I just don't want you buying this for your babies anymore. Or you, take it off. Look at all your tags. Throw this out. Please, get cotton or hemp. There's other products that are safe too, but don't put any of these on your babies. Moving on here, it says, did you all wonder why there was a goat leading the way at the Queen's funeral procession? The symbol is to pay homage to their Elohim. Everything is clear as the sun shining in the sky for those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. Yes, look at this. They had a goat leading the parade. It's not a joke. This is what they did. Why do you think they did it? I don't think you have. That's a rhetorical question. I don't really want any answers. Continuing on here, it says, how did the Simpsons keep predicting the future? Well, the script is from their 33-degree Freemason Secret Society club, if you didn't know. Yeah, they got it right. It wouldn't have been too hard to guess that the Queen was going to die every year. But, I mean, they did get a lot right. They got a lot right here, the Simpsons. And this one here, they told me that if I eat bugs and pay more money to the government, that the weather will be gooder. And don't pick your nose. It's gross, kid. Moving on. Did you know that Ghislaine Maxwell and her dad actually got to meet the Queen? Come on. This is crazy, this realm we live in. Oh, I just want justice, okay? I want everybody to be able to be free. Every time anyone I love in the last, I don't know how many lives, they just get murdered by these sick Satanists, right? How am I supposed to continue to keep coming back here in a loop if these evil, wicked people for 6,000 years have done nothing but torture, murder, lie, swindle, cheat everyone that I love out of everything good? How am I supposed to just continue on and allow that to happen? I can't. So, if it doesn't happen in this physical life, when I leave this realm, you better believe that I am going to destroy everything that is against me and my crew, my tribe, my kin. This needs to stop. All of this needs to go. Okay? I don't want to do it. I want to play with the flowers. I want to love people and write poetry. But unfortunately, for me to be able to do that, right, all these wolves need to be taken out. They do. I'm sorry. I know some people want us to forgive and hope that they change. But again, this has been 6,000 years of the same thing. They're not changing, Ronnie Shine. I know the producer says you got to do something about it. I'm going to do something about it. We are going to do something about it. The system was never broken. It was built this way, right? They build everything to fail. If you haven't noticed, products in the 50s, 60s, and into the 70s were actually built to last. And then they came up with this, hey, if this breaks down, they got to buy a new toaster. Everything has been destroyed since then. Government, everything. Obviously, pharmaceuticals and that whole medical industry. And again, I'm not a doctor. None of this is medical advice. I'm just sharing with you truth. And you can do what you want with it. It's up to you on the other side of the screen. It's up to you to make your own decisions. This one says, foreign aid is taking money from the poor people of a rich country and go on and we're going to give it to rich people of a poor country. Ron, you got that right. But you are still a sold out cuck to Satan. Anyone in government is against the truth. We'll put it that way here. So why pay taxes when they could just print the money? Absolutely true. This whole thing is rigged and set up for failure for us and success for them. The whole thing is fake. Everything. The whole thing. It's crazy when you actually dig deep into this and you watch as everything erodes around you. They just print the money. They want us to pay taxes because they want us to suffer. That's it. Here's why our food system is so broken. A farmer can spray chemicals for bugs, to kill bugs, spray more chemicals to kill weeds, and then add chemicals to the soil, and they don't require any labels. But if a farmer wants to use this label, certified organic, they have to pay so much money, fill out so much paperwork just to prove that they didn't use chemicals. You see how everything has been set up against the truth and natural things and healthiness? The Rockefellers did a lot of this. The Rockefellers are the United States of America agent family. They work for the Rothschilds, and they've done all of this. The whole pharmaceutical industry, the educational industry, you can find links and ties to the Rockefeller family for destroying it all. This one says, without a single degree, they built us roads that have lasted for an eternity almost, right? And then engineers showed up, and we got this, right? But hey, don't worry, they're going to come and take your tax money and repave this road, and then it'll do this again, right? We have it all backwards. We've had it backwards for a long time. It's all got to burn, though. It's the only way. This one says, I am so disgusted with this realm right now, and the people running it, the kings, the queens. You are all going to be judged and weighed. It says, I can't even trust what I eat, see, hear, or drink, or breathe. It's crazy. But you can't. You got to be smart. You got to check everything all the time. It says, if you give this to your plants, why are you giving this to your kids? Don't give them junk food. They can have a treat every now and then, some ice cream or something like that. Try to make it as real and natural as possible. I like custard now. I'm a Southern guy. I don't eat ice cream anymore. I eat custard. It's better. But honestly, stop giving your kids sugar. Give them something healthy and teach them. Teach them that your body is a beautiful machine that deserves respect and care. Train them up the right way. You're not pouring this nonsense into your flower pots, are you? Think about it. Moving on here. It says some people are so poor, all they have is money. I have love, ambition, art, creativity. That's what richness is, not money. This one says, the age of believing is long gone. We are now in the age of knowing. Do your research. Inform yourself. This is where your true power is. Soulless beings? What? Yes. Approximately, they say, 1/2 of the human beings on Earth are only organic portals. Soulless beings who keep real human beings in line with the Matrix-controlled system. We can call them NPCs, non-player characters. We teach that you're in a simulation/video game. There's a bunch of characters in here. When you walk up to them, yeah, the saloon is on the left at the end of the streets. And you come back to them the next day, the saloon is at the end of the streets. They say the same thing over and over again is what you're going to see with most NPCs. Thank you guys for tuning in today. We're almost done. I hope you guys are going to have a good day. Let's get into another song break. I got so many songs, we're probably never going to get to hear them all. This next one is a sweet one. I'll see you after this.
Woke up in the wrong side of your head. Feels like I'm on thin ice again. Can you tell me, please say anything? I don't know what to do. I'm so tired of going to bed thinking that you hate me. Was it something that I said, or just the meds you're taking? I'm up all night wondering why you'd rather sleep alone down on the couch. I don't like how your pillow feels so cold.
You're now tuned into the most censored morning show in the realm, Rise and Grind.
I hurt you, but this seems so out of the blue. Can you let me in? I'm over this. I don't know what to do. I'm so tired of going to bed thinking that you hate me. Was it something that I said? up all night, wondering why you'd rather sleep alone. Down on the couch, I don't like how your pillow feels so cold.
That was Nobody Likes You, Pat. Tired of Going to Bed. It was a nice track. I liked it. It was sweet. Again, not all songs they're just put out here. They're new. I like some of them rollers. I like some of the way that they move through me. I like to bring new music to the table. That's the goal here. I want to always bring out new stuff. The old stuff gets boring, right? Let's get through a few of those more memes before we get out here and go to work. This one says, you can't argue with slaves who don't even acknowledge their own shackles. Okay, so stop trying. Stop trying to change people. You can't. Okay, slaves are going to do what they're going to do, especially the ones that don't want to be woken up. Just leave them. Let them sleep. Say good night. Rest well and move on. This one says, trust what you feel, not what you hear. Please trust your heart, not what you see. This one says, don't look back. You're not going that way. Your future is ahead of you. Keep your eyes focused on the forward, not on the back. Okay? Please. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will actually know peace. It's true. And the last one for today. Quote, what you will see is love coming out of the trees. Love coming out of the sky. Love coming out of the light. You will perceive love from everything around you. This is the state of true bliss. Well, thank you for tuning in today. I hope I was able to share some truth and some good music and some news. And I hope that you all have a super wonderful day. It's almost Friday. I'll be back again tomorrow morning. We're going to go through all new stuff, okay? So keep your head up. Know that you're so loved and that you're exactly where you need to be. No fear. Come on. I need you to get out there and love people, okay? That's your job today. Love everyone. Love everything. And look for it in the sky, in the water, in the trees. And most importantly, look for love in the center of your heart. It's needed, okay? Time is now 7:07 a.m. in the Central Standard Time. And that'll be it for today. I'll see you guys in the morning. Take care, everybody, and shine for me, okay? Shine love. Love and truth. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
I don't know where I start or where it is that you end. Where do I begin? I always thought I was to blame for the violence in your eyes and the sorrow in your smile. Well, if I could reach you, I would. And if I could go back, I would. If I only could. Sometimes I feel the thread between our lives slowly start unraveling. And I could just reach my hand through time. And I could hold your hand so tight. For there's no damn way that was ever okay. And all we needed was a stitch in time. I know where it is that you go in the depths of the night. I've known it my whole life. And if I could reach you, I would. If I could go back, I would. If I